What's going on, everyone? Trust the Buzz here. If you're new to the channel, I make daily Charlotte Hornets content. So if that interests you, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And also don't forget to leave the video a like. Those are the best ways you can support the channel, and they're absolutely free. So go ahead and do that for me if you don't mind. If you cannot tell by the thumbnail title of the video, in today's video, we're going to be talking about should the Charlotte Hornets get Elfrid Payton. So let's go ahead and do that. So Elfrid Payton's an interesting guy because he's like a decent defender, a decent playmaker. His offensive game leaves much to be desired. He's not like a guy like, let's just use Rondo for an example, old Rondo. Old Rondo, offense left a lot to be desired. However, Rondo knew how to pick his spots. Rondo knew when to go up for it. Elfrid Payton really doesn't do that. And Elfrid Payton's not a good three-point shooter. He's not a good free throw shooter, which the Hornets need, because with Mason Plumlee's average and Kelly Oubre's average, Elfrid Payton would just make it even worse. So then we are a team that can't even get fouled, if you want to put that into the game. And that's enough for me to be like, no. But let's dive deeper into why Elfrid Payton just wouldn't be the right fit. Really, if you think about it, I mean, he is a pretty good defender, which is like second team all defense on this team because no one plays defense. So that would be a really good defender in our eyes. However, I just do not want Elfrid Payton playing like 20, even 15 minutes on this roster. And that's kind of what you would want him to do if you were to sign him to be the backup guard. Now, we know that Steve Clifford, well, we don't know rather, is how he's going to use LaMelo. So we knew James Borrego was very quick to bench LaMelo. If LaMelo made one small mistake here and there, benched. And so I don't think Steve Clifford is going to have that approach just because of just interviews and things I've seen with him. I feel like he's going to have a much open approach. He's going to let LaMelo be LaMelo to an extent, however, which there's nothing wrong with that. I don't see Elfrid Payton just being that, usable, but you need someone to fill in for LaMelo because he can't play the whole game. And I just don't see it being Elfrid Payton. Like I said, he's not Kemba Walker bad, as in, and Kemba Walker's not necessarily bad, but Kemba Walker just is not that good in terms of what this team needs. Elfrid Payton is what this team needs. He just doesn't do it in the way the team needs it. So like I said, he leaves a lot to be desired on offense. I mean, we can look at his numbers right here. He has three points a game. I mean, in 11 minutes, that's fine. It's whatever. I'm not too concerned about does he score? It's about if he can, and he can't. And then he has 38% field goal percentage. And basically, my point is you might as well play James Bouknight if that's what you're looking for. And James Bouknight definitely has a higher offensive upside. He just doesn't have the defensive upside that Elfrid Payton has. Now, in 11 minutes, almost having a half a steal a game, having half a steal a game is not that bad. And I do wonder if he plays the passing lanes and things like that, because the Hornets love playing in those passing lanes, the way their defense is constructed. Granted, Steve Clifford may have a different approach on defense, but we'll see. And so these things can be useful, and he can rebound. He's, like I said, he's a decent passer. It's just not right. It's just not the right fit, just because of the fact that he doesn't do it at a high level, and we know our bench isn't the best. So if you're going to have a guy come in and be, all right, I'm going to run the offense, he kind of needs to be able to put the guys right exactly where they are. And because he's not going to get assists where I'm kicking it to open guys like he probably was here. He probably was kicking it to Mikal Bridges in the corner. He probably was kicking it to Cameron Johnson, Jay Crowder, Devin Booker. And even on this team, Cam Payne and Elfrid Payton didn't really have to do that much, because Devin Booker has came so far as a playmaker. We don't really have that on the Charlotte Hornets. Without LaMelo, there's not that much playmaking. Terry Rozier, he can turn it on, but that's not his game. Devin Booker has really adapted having playmaking in his game, and we don't really have that. I mean, we can have it with Gordon Hayward a little bit, but not to the extent that LaMelo does it. Ish Smith was a really good backup for this team. He's a really good playmaker. We saw how efficient that team could be with Ish Smith as a backup point guard. He just didn't have all the other stuff like defense and things like that. So it is what it is. You got to pick your poison. But Elfrid Payton is just kind of he seems like he would be the right fit, but he's just quite not. And that's why I don't think they should get him. And they also were looking at Kemba Walker and IT. I'd rather IT over Kemba Walker. I know Kemba Walker's a Charlotte great, but I'd rather have IT just because he got the guys fired up, and I feel like that's what his team really needs. And I actually want to make a video about that. But yeah, so bring in IT, but as like a tertiary, like a third point guard, and just have him be a locker room presence, because he's really good at that. He got all the guys fired up. They all love him. So I really appreciate that from IT. And so they just need to keep looking, because right now the choices I've seen that the Hornets are interested in are not good. Anyway, that does it for this video. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. If you disagree, please let me know why. I mean, that's the whole point of this channel. Everybody is open to an opinion. We can discuss it. I respect you, you respect me, things like that. And that's what I love about the community, the basketball community as a whole. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like if you did indeed like the video. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.